think about that, that is absolutely amazing. And this young man is from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Central High School guy. We're talking about an Olympic bronze medalist. For most people, that would be just enough. But a guy that went out there and competed in Seoul and represented his country, his state, and his city with honor and pride and made us all proud to be Americans. You know, Deontay, your accomplishments are truly legendary, and you are the elite among the elite in American sports. And again, I keep coming back to it is Tuscaloosa is your home. And what makes your journey even more remarkable, at least to me, and Jay, you would know more better than anyone, is that you didn't begin the sport of boxing until you were 20 years old. 20 years old. I can't imagine what it must have been like when he walked in the Sky Gym and you saw him standing there. I wonder if you knew right then that you just won the lottery, by the way, that Deontay Wilder had decided to go into boxing. You know, to say Tuscaloosa is proud would be just an understatement, the understatement of the year. And to show our pride as a city, and in partnership with Don Staley and the Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission, today we're going to unveil a permanent reminder of what determination looks like, what fierceness looks like, what loyalty looks like, what conviction looks like, and most importantly, what inspiration looks like. And it's really more than just today, because Deontay's story is not done by a long shot. But what is really important is today marks the beginning that in the years to come and in the decades to come, thousands upon thousands of people are going to stop at that statue and not just remember what Deontay accomplished. That's only just the part of it. They themselves will see a beacon of hope. They themselves will see that if I apply myself, if I'm willing to gut it out when it's tough, if I'm willing to do the things that are not easy, I too can find success in life. Deontay, you will serve as an inspirational to all of us and remind us what is in the power of possibility. And for that, your hometown is eternally grateful. Thank you, Deontay, for everything that you've done. Now, it is my honor to introduce someone else who, quite frankly, has an inspirational story. And that when you think of Deontay, you certainly here in Tuscaloosa think of JD's. And I read, this is a quote from a national publication, Jay, about you. If you saw JD's walking down the street, you might not even notice him. Those are not my words. And isn't that the truth? But JD's is a man that has dedicated so much of his professional life to excellence. And I think the reason why we all love JD's is because we know he loves Deontay. And he loves what is best for him, his family, and for his communities. For community. I didn't realize this, but Jay's love of boxing came from his late brother, who was a boxing reporter. And Jay was actually a reporter down, as I understand it, in Panama City, Florida, and one day got a call from Tommy and said, Jay, why don't you come back to Tuscaloosa and start sky boxing? And Jay took a chance. And guess what? That chance turned out pretty well. And so, Jay, today we take the opportunity to honor what Caleb O'Connor has sculpted. We have a chance to honor what is so great about this amazing community. And you have the honor and privilege of not only introducing one of the elites of the elites, but also yourself joining in some of the pride and glory we all feel in Deontay Wilder's accomplishments. My honor to introduce JD's.
This is definitely all of our moment. All of our moment. I'm not as young as I used to be, so I got to pull out the glasses. There are big days and there are small days. This is a big day. This is a big, big day. I want to thank the city of Tuscaloosa, Mayor Maddox, Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports, Don Staley and his team, Kay Day and her team, everybody who put on an event like this, because having done close to 100 professional boxing events, I can tell you a lot that goes on that people never even know behind the scenes just to put something like this together. So thank you all. We've had people come in from everywhere. We've had Washington D.C., the Maryland area. We've had Los Angeles, Miami, Atlanta, New York. People have flown in and come in from everywhere because this is a very, very important day, and I know none of them wanted to miss it. I especially want to thank Caleb O'Connor, because the amount of talent that guy has is unbelievable. And all you've got to do is go over to the courthouse or see the statues that he's done. World-renowned artist. So please, one big hand, please, Caleb. And most of all, I want to thank Deontay Wilder, because the level of adversity that he overcame, coming into the gym at 20, 21 years of age. You know, we've got kids that start at 7 and 8, and he came in at that age and knew what he wanted to do. He put the time in, put the effort in. And people think he just fell out of the sky as this phenomenal fighter, and that's not true. He was arms and legs and heart and punch, but what made the difference was the work he put in. The work that a lot of guys with more talent did not put in. He put the work in, and that's why he's never gotten the credit for the work that he's put in. I would ask you to look at any sport, football, baseball, basketball, you name it. Find me somebody that starts at 20 that goes to the top of their profession. It doesn't happen. But with his will, with his ability to overcome adversity and his talent and his work ethic, he did it. He did it. And I'm so proud of that. And also the ability to inspire people, not just in Tuscaloosa, but also in Alabama and the United States of America and around the world, because, you know, you got national champions, but boxing is a world sport. This is a world champion. So that is an amazing thing. And just to give you a quick story, Deontay came to the gym and he learned a few things, and we normally keep a kid in the gym 6 months before they have their first Golden Glove or amateur fight. With Deontay, we put him in 2 months, 2.5 months. And he knocks the guy out, and I'm seeing saw Coach Cuz over there. Coach Cuz is a wonderful, wonderful trainer. But he knocks the guy out in like 15 seconds. So he goes to the second fight a month later, knocks the guy out in like 30 seconds. Third fight, another 15 seconds. And then the guy that was in charge of the Golden Gloves comes up to me, and he's kind of a real loud guy. And he comes up to me, and in Golden Gloves, the inexperienced guys fight the inexperienced guys, the experienced guys fight the experienced guys. He goes, he's going to have to fight the experienced guys. He's going to kill somebody. So they moved him up to the experienced guys, 30, 40, 50 fights. Deontay keeps knocking him out, wins the state Golden Glove. And the first thing I hear from everybody, man, that's incredible, but you know, when you go to the regionals, that's those Atlanta guys. Like, you know you're not going to win there. Oh, okay. Deontay knocks those guys out, right? Then we go to the Nationals. We know those are the Chicago, New York guys. There's no way. Your guys got like 12 fights. These guys have 78. Knockout, knockout, knockout. Same thing happens. Olympic trials. And then on the way to the Olympics. And when it was all said and done, you had 286 fighters at the Olympics. All the weight classes, all the countries. And it had a little bio on every one, and I looked at every one, right? Deontay Wilder going into the Olympics had like 24 fights. Less fights than anybody else at the Olympics. And yet, the one guy from the United States to win a medal in boxing, Beijing Olympics, was Deontay Wilder. turned pro, won 32 in a row by knockout, 33rd fight, won the heavyweight championship of the world, and defended it 10 times. Right up there with the best of all times, Muhammad Ali. So I want to close by saying this. The statue is fantastic, and it's going to be a great place to do selfies, and I want to do one myself, and I don't even do that kind of thing. But what it really is going to be a place of inspiration. I would really, really want the kids in all the schools to take field trips and to learn Deontay's story, because it's a story of inspiration. Deontay's dad stood right here before Deontay fought for the title. And he said, "Go get him, Deontay. Like, you don't live under my roof anymore. I can't hold you back. Go get it." Well, now, here these years later, what I want to say is, you did it, Deontay. You did it. Ladies and gentlemen, the champ, Deontay Wilder.
We got paramedics in here. About to have a heart attack. My heart, man, my heart right now is it's in some warm chocolate, and it just is marinating away. It's filled with joy and excitement and warmth and love, because some of you guys, I came up in my position, but I've seen so many great faces to come up in their position and to see them still hold it down to this day. Some of our important people that run the city and the state, and the mayor, and my longtime friend Jay, you know, we've been through so much. And to come up, because I feel we came up all together in this journey, you know. 5 years we took to get the commission, and we finally got it. And one of the main motives to get that, because I know what it takes to be a fighter, and I know what it feels like not to have the funds to be able to pursue your goals and dreams, and you had to build up, you had to save up, you know, different spare change and stuff. True story. Me and Jay used to go to Atlanta all the time. We had to scrap up what we had. You know, sometimes we ate a little snack in here or there, and that's what we ate before going up there. And I probably got some gummies and a Pepsi, and he got what he loved, and we made it work just to get the sparring, because I needed some reputation with bigger guys. I had nothing here. It was time I used to spar with little children, because, you know, the children are all the future now. They are smart children, and if you sit long enough and you pay attention to our children, you'll see that they have the answers. You know, it may not be in the way, you know, we write our children off because of age. Everybody put an age, and like, oh, you're too young. No. Age ain't nothing but a number. Of course, we put limitations on certain things we can and cannot do, which is appropriate. But as far as the mind is concerned, and the knowledge that to obtain in the brain is unlimited. That's why our children are so important. They're the future for us. For everything that we go through in the past and everything we go through in the future, the key lies within the children. And I love mine so much. And I just want to thank the city of Tuscaloosa for always having my back. I always represented, no matter how far or short I went, you know, other countries, you know, when they talk about Deontay Wilder, they know Tuscaloosa, Alabama, you know, and I've always represented, and still do to this day. You know, this is my home, and I feel like it's no other place to say than to say I'm going home. And you don't mean you're a resident, you mean where you from. You feel me? It's no greater feeling. I have different places all over, you know. No mean to boast or brag, just tell you a true story. I have many different places all over there I'm fortunate I can do and go and spend with my family. But when the old boys down, I tell them I'm going home. Let's go. Let's go. And they know what that means when I say I'm going home. I ain't got to say a residence or a certain place or whatever. You know what I mean when I'm saying I'm going home. And I'm mostly always home, then I'm not. So people just don't see me, you know what I mean? I got, you know, and, but I love Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It holds a dear place in my heart, and it forever will. And to, oh my God, I got a statue. As I sit here and try to hold back my tears, it seemed like it winning the battle because I would have never imagined this journey. And in the midst of us still pursuing this journey, I'm being blessed. This ain't like I'm retired and it's been 15, 20 years. You know what I mean? They giving me some flowers. I'm well alive. You know what I'm saying? And to be in the midst of my journey and to be presented a statue that, like, goodness. I've never been in too many situations where I'm less of words because my emotions get me, but this moment in time, like, oh my goodness, all that hard work and dedication, the things that we had to go through, people don't understand. Me and Jay have went through so much, man. And I couldn't have done it without him. I couldn't have done it without a lot of people that's in my life. You know, this is not just a single effort for myself. I was the fighter, I'm the product, of course, and all that. It's just like raising these children, take a village. You know, and we stuck together. And as you can say, it was together, we was together. And that's what this is all about. When you see that statue, you come field trips, or you want to come on Father's Day, or you just want to come because you got a lunch break, you got time to go see old Deontay Wilder. Come on down and talk to him. Talk to him. You know, get your problems out or something like that. I want that to be a symbolization of motivation. Something that's inspired me. Somebody that motivate me and that's still in the world that inspire and motivate me. All walks of life. Not just my own kind, but all walks of life. And that's what that means right there. From this very own city and state right here, because we can do it. Right here, many people didn't believe in me. But we believed in ourselves. That's my auntie Hold. Speak it, believe, receive it. And that's what I abide by. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Because we can speak. Speak the things that you want. Speak the things that you desire. Speak the things that you need. But the magic to it is the belief.
That's right.
Believe. It's simple words, simple sayings, simple understanding. Believe in yourself that you can do the impossible. Even when others come and stack chips up on your back, stack these burdens and say, you can't do it. You ain't gonna be able to do it. You break loose and say, you watch me.
Breathe. Go ahead, breathe.
And you stick through it and you continue to go. When so many try to back you, you're gonna have stop signs, bumps in the road. You're gonna have certain things that take you to a halt. If you didn't, it wouldn't be called life. Nothing is supposed to be easy, because if it is, I feel sorry for you. Because when you do get in a time where you in need, it's going to be hard for you because you don't know what it takes to be a hard worker. You don't know what it takes to dedicate yourself to something, to get your hands dirty. Or as we say, go through the mud. You wouldn't know. Because everything's been given. I always tell my children, I would not spoil you. I would not give you everything. Although I have wills, and every time I suppress and elevate myself, I elevate that will. It's important for me. It's important for the generations of me. But I let them know that anything is possible for them. They can do anything. All you got to do is believe. And if you can believe without seeing, you are powerful. Because anybody can believe with seeing something. That's balloon. Yeah, I can believe because I see. But what about the things you can't see and still have that same strength, that same faith, that same motivation to believe? And I'm going to get there. That's the magic when I can believe without seeing. we gonna get there. Because we can get there. The only way you can, if you stop yourself. Stop yourself. Believe, look at yourself in the mirror and say, what am I doing? Before pointing the fingers, pointing the blames, the arrows going everywhere. Look at yourself first. You got to. And when you look at yourself and you can accept what's coming from self first, then you can move on to greater things. But I'm a living witness right here, still going. That all things are possible through Christ Jesus, which strengthens me. I'm a long way. That's a long way to go. And I'm here, baby. In closing remarks. Yeah, baby? In closing remarks, I'd like to thank each and every last one of you guys, all you beautiful people, all you guys are so beautiful. I thank you guys so much for coming out, hearing my speech, celebrating this moment with me. This is one of the most nicest things anyone has ever done for me in my entire life. I'm a giver, and anybody know me and know that Deontay Wilder is a giver. I'm always looking to do for others and give to others because I believe in happiness and peace. It's not about the dollar signs that one person can obtain in pocket. It's about how many lives that they can bless along that journey, how many lives that they can impact. So many people force you to be a role model when you become some of importance. And I hate to say celebrity or superstar, because that stuff don't mean nothing to me. And my close people that know me know, they had to tell me, even my manager, I said, you're a superstar. You can't, man, I don't care about that. That ain't about me. That ain't me. Look, I still come back here. Many people, you ain't in the country, but you can come on down here and see what country folks doing, dude. I love this place. They've been trying to get me away for years. Even when I been out there Olympics, Russia tried, they said, you champion. We want you here. I probably, I didn't know though. I said, no. Oh, that was Guatemala. That was Guatemala. But thank you guys so much for coming out. And to all my children, my beautiful children, I love you guys so much. This city has blessed not only me, but you guys. Because Daddy always talk about generation wealth and how he's trying to provide for you. Not trying, but is providing for you, not in the current present tense, but the past tense as well. They have a father that think about their presence as well as their future. That's why I have everything lined up and ready for them to go. But it's going to be up to them to have the motivation to not to be lazy, but to have the motivation and the mindset to be your own leaders. Daddy raised leaders. He don't raise no followers, right? He always tell you that don't even follow each other. Be your own self and no one else, right? Amen. So now you have a statue of father. So when anything happens, when the inevitable happens, because Daddy always talk about the inevitable. You know what I'm talking about. When that happens, the only thing you'll have left is my ashes, my will, and you're going to have that old statue out there. And I love you guys so much, man, so much. And Daddy's journey is not over with. And for this mayor, all this, man, this is the most I've been emotional. I can't stop right here, man. And for this reason, I must continue my journey. Motivation, inspiring people. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much.